Okay, welcome back, guys. So today we're going to be working on wrinkles on the hand and some parts of the body, or the parts of the body and the face also. So let's get started on this. So I'm not going to be using any geometry for this. I will just do this on top of. Let me just select the. Okay. Let me just quickly change this to them standard. All right. Then we'll create a. We're already on higher subdivision level already. That's fine. And on the layers, we're going to create another layer and name this to wrinkles. Okay. So yeah, let's get started on this. So we're going to be using mostly them standard brush for this. I'm mostly working out of symmetry mode, at least for the most part. But before I do that, let me just kind of add some veins in here. Let me add some veins in here. So I'll use the standard brush and I'll plug in an alpha for this. Alpha 40, 41 should be fine. I think I can actually do this on symmetry mode, so then I'll just leave symmetry on. Take down the brush size, kind of draw out something like so. No, let me connect. Okay, let me use the matcap gray for this. Connect this. Just decrease the brush size even down a bit more. Do something like. Let me take down the intensity for this. Do something like so. Maybe some tiny wrinkles around here. Increase the brush size and kind of do something around here. Let me see if we can just do one more. Okay. Let me increase intensity for this. Probably, let me just check this from a distance to see how that is. That seems fine. Let me just increase the brush size one more. Yeah, that's fine. I'll leave that the way it is. So I'll go to the standard brush now. So there are a few places we can add this wrinkle in here. This for for this part of the arm, under the armpits, for the abs, just below the chest region, and some tiny ones around the neck. Then I'll do for the face, the eyeball, and this fold in here, and probably around here too. And that'll be mostly it, I guess. But we'll see. Yeah, maybe do something for the forehead also, some lines around the forehead. So let's get started. Let's start with the head. So let me isolate the head. So Control Shift. I didn't isolate the head though. Well, regardless, let's just keep working on this. So let me start with the eyes. So I'm going to turn off symmetry for this. Turn off symmetry for this. With the standard brush. So I don't want to do something that intense. That's just way too intense. It looks cool though, but way too intense. Let me get a closer view so I can actually, so I can actually match up the scale of that, something like so. Let's see what we have here from the main reference image. Let me kind of get get the angle for that so I can do that properly. Okay, that's fine. Then we can just do some in here. So I'm kind of following what we have already established in here already. So let me just zoom out and see how that looks like from a distance. Yeah, not bad, not bad. So I'm going to use my pinch brush, kind of tighten it up a bit, especially at the edge, but not too tight though, because if it becomes too tight, when you kind of bake normal mapping there, that part begins to get that part kind of gets darker, like gets too dark, so we don't want that. Something like it should be fine, because also we can still turn down the intensity for this later on if we want to. Then this card that ought to be here, I need to accentuate that even more. Yeah, that's fine. Maybe a bit sharper at the edge. Yeah, something like that should be fine. Okay, so back to them standard brush. So let's look for the other side. I believe I have a reference image for the other side. Yeah, something like this should be fine. So I'll just try to do this as quickly as we can. Okay. Yes. This way. Let's get a better angle at this. Okay, we already established some in there already, so let's just kind of follow that same guide for it. Okay, something like so. Maybe even increase the brush size a bit more, like so. Then take down the brush size and just kind of follow the pathway we already have in here from the alpha. Something like this should be fine. Okay, maybe we'll do something around here. Don't even turn on symmetry while doing this, but not too much though. So that feels too. Let me just check this for me. That feels too much though. Okay, yeah, it's fine, it's still fine because we can always use the layers and then take this down. So that's fine, I'll leave that the way it is. So I'll do something around. I think for this one I can actually turn on symmetry for this. This one, it won't be too obvious though. But just to have something in there regardless. And around the corners of the nose also. Okay, that's fine. Take out symmetry and do something that goes along here. That's fine. It's not supposed to be too obvious, but just to have something in there. Alright. So basically, I'm going to be looking for where we have creases to kind of add that wrinkle detail in there. Like, see around this, on that part, there's a wrinkle in there. Even for some parts of the abs, you can see, I don't know if you guys can see this, you can see some wrinkle in here. Wrinkle around here also, so wrinkle here. So wherever we have that tight crease, I'm going to add some wrinkle detail around here. I'm sure we'll have something in here also. So that's basically what so that's basically what I'll be doing around my model also, with symmetry turned off. Let me use a bigger brush size for this. Probably probably take down the intensity for this side. That side is not too sharp. And then follow no. And then following the flow. Basically, once I do this, then I'll kind of do a crossover. Something like this should be fine. Let me kind of zoom out. It was not even in the right place. So not in the right so not in the right place to even begin with. But that's fine. It's supposed to be like somewhere around here. I'll just use the paint brush to kind of tighten this so it's not so obvious to see. Just thinking maybe no, it does not look that good though. I might just have to undo this. I might just have to okay, let me just leave it the way it is. Should probably add some extra layer of texture on top of that. Okay. Let me use it even a tighter brush, yes. Tighter brush out. Tighter brush should work fine for this. The crossover was too broad. Crossover like this should be fine. Something like that should be fine. You really don't need to go crazy on it. Then for the other side, I think this is better. Doing this from a distance is even better because it gives me a clear idea of how I should do this and then with the size. Okay, that's fine. It's not so obvious in here though. Before okay, let me just since I'm here already, let me just do this. Okay, let us slide through to the other side. I'm not too careful here because this detail is not really going to be that obvious to see, but just to have something in there. But just to have something in there, that's what I'm just doing. That's why I'm doing this. It just adds another extra layer of detail. You don't need to do it all over the place, just like randomly around it. That should be fine. Okay. Okay. Let's bring everything back. Maybe since we're here, I can even add like some vein detail around here. Okay. Then for the hand, I think the hand should be the last part for this. Oh, yeah, I missed. Oh, forgot to one. I was supposed to add fingers for this, but no worries. No worries. No worries. We can still do that. But I'm just gonna add some more wrinkle around the neck. I might even turn on symmetry for this. I use a really tiny brush size. Just kind of break this up even more. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. So I would like to isolate the hand. Yes, I believe symmetry is turned on for this. Yeah, symmetry is turned on. So we already have some, I'll just kind of accentuate what we already have in here. But I'm going to be more aggressive. I'm going to be more aggressive with the strokes. Because I want this to really show. Okay. Okay. This is loading up. Okay. Back to this. I'm more or less just kind of establishing what we already have even more. Let me increase the brush size even more, the intensity of this brush. I'm not doing it for everything though, I'm just kind of doing it for just a few. Okay. Should be almost done with this. Then for the back, let me do this for this thumb. Then let's go to the back. There's some needs to be in here. Okay. We will make some new ones around here. Alright. On to the next one. Okay. Also going to make some tinier wrinkles around this. Yeah. Now let's take down the brush size, and I'll kind of go across and create some the lower intensity. Just creating something like this that goes across. Even create more in here. So they are not straight lines, so you want to kind of add some curve to it. Even here also. Go to the other side. They're not going to be too visible on our renders, but it's still cool just to have something in there. Okay. Something that goes across and connects closer to the front parts. Almost there. Sorry, these are not going to be super visible, but having them in there is a good idea. You can be more precise with this if you want to. But keep in mind that you'll be spending a whole lot of hours on this if you want to be extremely precise. And you can use your own hand as reference for this also. Okay, I think this is good enough. Let me see if we can. I didn't add a few in here, so let me just add a few in here. Okay. Alright. Okay, this is fine. Maybe for the back, I don't know if I'm doing for the back, but the back is not going to be too visible. But let me just add something in there. So this back side doesn't feel left out. Okay. I believe we are done with this. Okay, let me just put the center of the chest. Center of the chest should at least have something in there. At least in this shade in this divider part. Okay. So yeah, that's cool. We're done with that. So next lesson we're going to be working on adding fingernails for this and then detailing those fingernails. So I'll see you in the next lesson.